you're writing to a company in an email and that's the first time you're contacting them, is that your cover letter is that email? You're not writing to them like, hey, my name is blah blah blah, attached is my cover letter, right? You would be writing your cover letter as the email.
I suggest attaching the cover letter and the resume, and the reason is because if you're typing up in the Gmail slot where you're typing an email, you can't get the same formatting as you can with a Word document. With like you can see from the example, it's not going to look like this in Gmail. And when the company receives your cover letter and it's in the text or the body's text, it's going to be way too long, and they get emails every day, so it's easier for them to be able to have that document and they could like save it to their computer. But I do see what you're saying for that first contact.
Yeah. So then, what would you put in the body of your email?
You could. Another suggestion is you could kind of write the first paragraph in an email, and then say your cover letter is attached. That explains the skills and how they can follow up with you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyone else? So now that we kind of described ways in which you're going to attack writing this body paragraph of your cover letter, we wanted to get a little practice in, and we're going to go on ePack and pull up a job posting that you all have a handout of. And we're going to have you get back in your groups or partners and pairs and circle, highlight, or make note of the skills that you think are most important for this job, and that should be highlighted in a cover letter if you were to write one for the position. And then we'll get back together, we'll talk about it, and then show you guys some examples of the body paragraph. Does anyone know about this? So this is like basically like a allow so kind of circle, or you don't even have to do all, but just looking at what you think the best things to focus on. That way you stand out and show that you are well at that position. Does that make sense? It's not that big. Yes, so you want to make sure you have but then yeah, you want to make sure you highlight that. So okay, so here, so that's what we're so you're going to be having to write signs for this position. So you're going to show communication skills. Yeah. So I don't know. What's that?
Brian, did you come up with it? So Wayne? Cool. Perfect. I might call on you. Brian? Yeah. Okay. You nailed it. No, that's
So towards the end of
yeah. Oh.
and then there's like depending on how many skills, right? to whoever's around you. You can go ahead and do that now. See what you came up with. All right, while we're pulling up the document on the PowerPoint here, would anyone be interested in applying for this job? I'm just curious. Any engineers in here? No engineers? Oh, some hands go up. Awesome. Well, maybe this will help you guys. So, does anyone want to mention any words, phrases, specific things they found in the top description section that they think should be highlighted in a cover letter? We have Candy. Haven't heard from you. What's your name?
Wesley.
Wesley.
So at the last sentence, let's talk about Volvo trucks. By working on important and innovative projects, so you can talk about how you're an innovative person or you want to help their company in the future, like develop something new.
Perfect. So he said in the description section where it talks about important and innovative projects, you'll want to make sure you mention how you are innovative and how you could impact that company. So you could use that specific word.
I saw the word professional 3 times, so it's defining how professional you are might be good.
So you saw the word professional 3 times. So you should probably put it in the cover letter. Right? Mention how your professionalism, how you're able to work well with people in different situations. Awesome. Anyone else? Yeah.
It talks about presentations a couple times, so maybe bring up public speaking skills.
So it talks about presentations. You want to have specific public speaking skills. Anything in the professional? Anything else in the project objective section?
Under the project objectives, it talks about data systems and process review. So if you have any experience with that, make sure you highlight it because you will be doing it.
Perfect. So mention the specific skills you have from that section in the cover letter, because if you don't say it, they're not going to know.
That's definitely true with other cover letters as well for other jobs. When you're talking about analytical skills and specific skills that are job related and career related, rather than more of the general skills like communication and stuff, you want to highlight exactly which skills you have and how you got them, rather than just saying, like I was saying earlier, like just saying computer skills. You want to say exactly what computer programs or whatever you've worked with and how you've become better at working with them. Yeah.
Under professional objectives, it talks a lot about being able to express what it is that you're learning. So I guess in the cover letter, like you had mentioned earlier, you really want to make sure that you're not just telling them that you're good at analysis or you're good at this, but showing them, giving them specific examples.
Yeah, that's great. So not just telling them, but showing them and being really descriptive and show how you're directly using material and information in the job and even at school.
It mentions team members, supervisors, managers, peers, working with those folks. You'll need to have some teamwork skills, the ability to work well with others.
So teamwork skills and maybe interpersonal communication skills. I know it seems like a lot, we're all just kind of shouting different things out, but when you write this down, it is a really easy way to set up the kind of the outline for your cover letter, if you will, or at least the body paragraph. And you can do that in a table, or you could just write it out, kind of how Newell showed us earlier.
And it's alright to not have everything that's listed on the bullets. Sometimes we have skills that may not be directly listed, but they do use the criteria they're looking for. So it's a lot of transferable skills. I know teamwork is the most simplest thing to define. Even working with a partner on a group project, that alone is teamwork. If you're working with one additional person, you would have to collaborate ideas, collaborate times, and everything. So any of these you have showed. If you don't, there's a lot of strengths that each of these utilize when you're working with data analysis. It's not just about crunching numbers. It's also the ability to interpret what that data means. And if you have that skill, you can definitely talk about that. Anyone else have anything else they want to point out? Okay. Fun first.
We'll get you both, and then we'll move on.
Oh, sure. I was gonna say like the third semester challenges that they probably want to exemplify like knowledge that you got from your coursework.
Yeah, so mentioning, the specific courses you took at NC State.
You can also turn in your transcript, which would have these 30 credits already listed, if you don't have that space on your cover letter. Question on the back.
I noticed product development, so maybe some entrepreneurship.
That is a tough
The
word.
word, yeah.
Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurial experience.
That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to say.
That's awesome. So, yeah, no one has pointed that out. Great. So, there's a lot to tackle here, but I hope that you use this idea when you're crafting your own cover letters and when you pick out specific job postings that you can do this on your own and print it out and highlight the circle and you'll be set.